this. What's up? How you doing, everybody? Post-Christmas House of Dog. Everybody have a good Christmas? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody have a good Christmas? Hallelujah, Greg. Preach it to the tabernacle. What up, Candace? Candace, my wife loves that slap your mama spot. It was good, right?
Yeah.
She puts that shit on everything. It's very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. We're just trying to work out a technical issue back there on the monitor. Awesome. So do we. It goes on everything. It does. Yeah, it does. I don't know if anybody can confirm we're on YouTube, because we tried to do Facebook Lives, but to link it through Crowdcast. Oh my God. What do you mean? How did you get, Greg, how did you get banned from a networking group? I gotta hear this. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. So can you see it on YouTube?
I'm signing in right now. I'm on because I know it.
All right. Yes, Shalana says yes, it is on YouTube. So I think that's what we're going to do is we'll do Crowdcast, because a lot of people on my Patreon platform who can see it through Primer was insane. Are you kidding me? Anyway, so I think what we're going to do is we'll simulcast on YouTube on the It's Not the Dog, It's You YouTube channel. And so you don't have to come to Crowdcast if you don't want to. However, if you sign up for Crowdcast, you get the notification letting you know that we are live. Greg says, the guy who runs it wanted to talk business, and I told him I wasn't doing it on Christmas. He was insistent, and I told him to fuck off, and he told me to never come back. Outstanding. Outstanding. I like that. I like that a lot. So what else is going on? Anybody got anything? Anybody got anything they want to talk about? Because I got some shit, but I wanted to see what you guys want. Whole family out of quarantine now. Yay! Whoa! I just dumped my coffee. That was bad. Well, that officially did not work like I thought it was going to work. Okay, so you just got the notification. So YouTube will give you a notification too? I have no idea about this shit.
You can.
Let me get my X button. I want to put these where people can see them. You know what I mean? Right there. Right there. That's good. Okay. There's the X button.
Oh, there's a big delay.
Is there a big delay? Holy coffee. Okay. So we got... There we go. We're good. We're good. Just so if you're new here, negative consequence, positive reward. We ready for that? It's like a game show. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. The flawless button's back here, but it's hard to hear, bro. You see what I mean? Can you hear that? Put it right up to the mic. Ready? All right, so this is reserved for when someone is, what do we say? When someone is marketing. You know what I mean? On our way to becoming a flawless dog. As a business owner, right? Okay, so we'll put that over here. So that's up here. So we're good? We're good? You guys, anyone else hear a rattle? No? No. Okay, good. I am sitting in a dark room. It is pitch dark in here. But I am so Caucasian that I look bleached out. How dark is it in here?
It's dark.
It's dark. It's real dark. It's dark down there.
All right, I got the YouTube chat up now. I didn't get that up.
Is there any questions on that one?
Just morning. Hi, Chris. We're over here on YouTube. Morning. Afternoon.
Who'll be over there on YouTube?
We got Chelsea.
Chelsea's on YouTube?
Chris Thomas, Mark Egan.
Okay, so we got people everywhere. Okay, so Elliot's going to read. If you guys have questions on YouTube, Elliot will read them to me, and I can see the ones here on Crowdcast. So between the two of us, we should be able to. Perfect time for some sit on the dog. Yeah, that's right. That's good. We used to call that half hour down. That's what we used to call that back in the day. But they've relabeled everything now. You know what I mean? Oh, so there was a dude on Nikki's group. What was his name? It was like Chaz or something. What was his name?
What was he doing?
He said
Champ.
Champ. It wasn't bad. Like, I'm not saying it was bad or anything, but he said what did he say? Are you looking at?
I'm looking it up.
You're efforting?
Yeah.
Elliot is efforting what he said exactly, because I don't want to. So this is going to sound crazy, but who's Margot Woods? Do you know who Margot Woods is? I don't know who Margot Woods is. I have no idea.
Is this a person on broadcast?
Drop some knowledge on me. That's a whole different thing.
Scary. Jesus.
Okay. All right. That's good. There we go. Okay.
It seems as though you're critical of arousal-based reinforcement options.
Arousal-based reinforcement options. Let's talk about that. What is an arousal-based reinforcement option?
Indeed.
Anybody want to tell me what that is? And how am I critical of arousal-based reinforcement options? So this is your chance to drop some knowledge on me. Yep, that's cool. It's quite a mouthful of words, bunch of fancy words, but what do they mean? Someone tell me what that means. Arousal-based reinforcement options. Because even if you, so are we assuming that arousal means only positive?
Well, I mean,
because I can arouse a dog in defense. What'd you say?
Margot was.
Seen you arouse a dog.
Yeah.
Linda,
Thanks, man. Yeah, I know.
Linda,
I got that. Yeah, I got that. We're moving on. Terminology. Okay, so what? But can someone give me a definition of what arousal-based reinforcement options means? While you're at it, please tell me about non-reinforceable markers. What was the other ones?
Means getting the dog excited.
What?
That's what Linda King says. It means getting the dog excited.
Yeah, but it is excited. Linda is excited only in a positive way. So here's what I'm trying to say is yeah, but here's my point. Isn't every reinforcement option, like, I mean, is that food? Is that toy? Is that pet? Is that correction? Because they're all going to arouse the dog. But I want to know why we have that terminology. And then if you're going to speak the terminology, don't regurgitate it to me. Tell me what it means. Cause arousal can happen even in defense. That's right. Okay. Right. Yeah. It's just reward stage. Right. But when someone who knows, so I ran into this a couple of years ago with the quadrants. Like, I was not aware of the quadrants. Like, and people like go, like they lose their minds. Like, they're like, how do you not know about the quadrants? Well, how do you not know about dog training? I mean, you know about the quadrants, but you don't know shit else. Do you know what I mean?
And the quadrants are just a definition for training.
You know, when you beat the table like that, you ruin the camera. Will you stop? Fucking Godzilla over there. Stop. Yeah, but so endorphin dumping. So why are we, okay, we're breaking down the wrong shit here. Do you understand? we're taking something like it's when I ran in down in Texas when he said non-reinforceable marker. Go ahead. You got something?
Linda says, not technically, no. The original poster may think so, but it's not correct. Anytime you reinforce something, you are adding something.
Yes. But I'm talking about, yes, Miss Kane. Please drop some knowledge on me. I am looking for, it's so in the terminology. Yeah, how do you, well, yeah, I'm looking in the terminology. I think people make up stuff, and it's like, so a lot of people will quote Michael Ellis to me, and they're like, well, that's a non-reinforceable marker. I go, okay, tell me what a non-reinforceable marker is. And they don't have any idea. So the way I was, and I'm open, listen, talk to me, tell me. I want to debate it. I don't want you to just be like, well, that's what it is because that's what I read. But when people say, like the first thing I was taught, and Linda can definitely tell me if I'm wrong on this one, is never give a command you can't reinforce. Now you've got people going, give a non-reinforceable marker. Seems to me that the first one makes more sense than the second one. Yeah, but I'm saying I get it, but I think people, okay, so if I look at,
Linda says that is correct.
Yeah, right, okay. Thank you, Linda. I love you, baby. If you look at the way people are throwing word salad around now, like really badly, like we were talking about this the other day, right?
Yeah.
So right now, I am a contain, what do I say? A caffeine transport engineer. Am I lying? No. Is it a full of shit thing to say? Yeah. Like, what are we doing? Like, people are trying to sound smart when they don't even know. I know people that are farmers. You know people that are working dogs down in Texas that don't know a goddamn thing about any of these things that people are talking about, but they will smoke the shit out of these people who have all the knowledge, right? I don't get some terminology, and some, even if listed, read about it, just doesn't make sense. Like non-reinforceable markers. No idea what that would, right? And so, but that's where people can sound like they know more than you, but you have to be able to go, the fuck are you talking about? But what happens now is it's just an easy way for people to go, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Right.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know what I know.
And it seems like the non-reinforceable marker came from like like a pattern interrupt almost. But
yeah. Well, they go, uh-oh. What's uh-oh?
It's just letting the dog know.
So if a non-reinforceable marker like uh-oh, because that's been big lately, and it makes me nuts. I'm going to say it again. This is one of those, okay, everybody put your hands up to the house of dog. If I hear you say uh-oh, you got to go. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Uh-oh! The fuck? Yeah, that's right. That's right, Beth. Beth's a freak, you know. Beth's a junkie. She's a cocaine junkie. She's like, I need to. She starts thinking, boy, and you used to see that she just thinking. I never heard of any of these things like came on the internet. Yeah, Pam. That's what I'm saying. It sounds like if you can make up fancy words, you can sit at the cool table. Yeah, but there's a table. If you get a table of really good dog trainers together, they're not going to say much about each other. They're going to be like, yep. But if you get a table full of real dog trainers together and they start talking about the bullshit that's going on today, they're going to have a lot to say. They're going to talk and talk. Linda might flip the table over and then just curb stomp someone out. Shut up. You know what I mean? Like that. And it's hard because there's so many people who just don't understand what they're saying. It's regurgitated. Somebody ate it, threw it up. You ate it. They ate it. They throw it up, give it to somebody else. They ate it, and it just goes down the line, and it just turns into shit. It's just hard, just really hard. And these are the things that people in the dog training community do not want to hear. They want to be told they're right, not that they have more to learn. So I watched a little bit of, just a bit of that thing someone posted on Nikki's group with the optics. What's that called? The purely positive versus a force-free trainer thing.
I did not see that.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's like watching child abuse. It's bad. It's really bad. Super bad. Jesus Christ, how did I miss that? And you just see it and you go, why would someone put this out? Like the people who are putting out videos, it's like the dodo or whatever. Like they put out videos, but they don't even know what they're talking about, right?
Right.
And people are like, that must be it. It's not on the internet. So my big thing here is what I was going to talk today is about details. So Elliot and I had a session last night. Shalana was there, and we were talking about justice, right?
Yeah.
So I said to Elliot, I said, your obedience is good. Your sit, down, stay, heel, come. It's good. Is that right?
Yep.
Then I started to explain something to you that you were like, what the f are you talking about? Would you agree with that?
Yep.
Yep. So what that is when she would say dismissed, or in the beginning of the session, she came in and the dog was like, ha, ha, ha. So that's something you didn't put in. That's how you got the dog.
Yeah.
When the dog wants something or the dog doesn't want something, it screams in anxiety, right? So when people look at that, there are trainers, and I'm talking straight to you right now, that would take an e-collar and go, quiet, quiet,
what happened?
Quiet. That's what happened, right?
Yep.
So that adds chaos to the chaos, right? So the dog is desperate to communicate. What people don't realize is that dog, when it's doing that behavior, there's a reason that it's doing that behavior. It's trying to communicate something to you, and we just ignore that input and go, quiet. And people, from that point on, you're going to have problems. You may get what you want at that moment, but you are going to have problems. When we were done, was the dog quiet?
Absolutely.
Was the dog actually trying to tell you something when I said, watch?
Yeah.
And the dog was like, I mean, the dog tells you through action, not through word, right?
Right.
Then how you come at that, like saying to the dog, that's not an option right now. Instead of just get into fucking position. We had to go away from obedience, allow some disobedience to find out what the dog was saying. And it's not even disobedience. You just free the dog up and the dog goes and tells you what it wanted. In the patterns that we've been running the dogs in and out of here, and we haven't been doing a lot of training, the dog said, in the dog's mind, the dog's like, I know why I'm here, because putting the dogs out in the kennel and letting them run back in and eat has been the training.
Right.
Now, in the same room where they go into the kennels, the crates at night, they're doing training, and the dog's like, no, it's chicken time. What the fuck is wrong with you? And we don't see it from the dog's eye point of view. And we just start correcting the balls off the dog because we want our result. That's going to break trust, clarity, and respect. It's going to break it. Now, you can get the dog to do that, but the dog's going to be noisy, and at what cost? So you have that whole video, don't you?
Yeah.
So at the end of that video, you see that the dog was just much better because we understood what the dog was trying to communicate. So that makes the dog trust you. This all sounds so fucking like, and the dog's spirit animal is the dog, and it wants you to love it. That's not how I train, but the dog is communicating. So when we got that, we learned something else. Behavior
first,
obedience
second.
Right. Because that dog who hated my guts, who didn't trust anybody, came running over to who?
You.
Moi. And I said, don't correct the dog for that because it's very fragile right now.
Right.
And it has been for a while. So the dog will pee a little bit when it comes over to me, not because I've ever beaten the shit out of the dog, but because the other people have. and the dog will go, are we going to get my ass kicked here? What's happening? And so we stop the obedience right there because the behavior is more important. If we corrected that behavior inappropriately and in the name of obedience, and we got the dog back doing obedience, you're going to take away the dog's trust of me. We're not there yet. So what people do is they go, I want this obedience, and they don't see anything else, especially the behavior, their behavior, the dog's behavior, spectators' behavior, decoys' behavior. They don't understand. So when you get a dog that works very quietly and it cannot be distracted, that's not because you zapped it into a neuroses looking for a ball. Was there any ball on the dog?
No.
Was there any food?
No.
Was there any correction collar?
No.
Was it just us?
Yep.
And did the dog understand?
Yep.
Yep. But what people are doing now is they're thinking, I've got to make this dog listen to me instead of reading the dog. Now, this dog's got some issues, right, that were installed at a very young age that we have to be aware of, but we're countering those. We're not counter conditioning those, right? Because conditioning doesn't have anything to do with that. It's trust. It's the dog is running up to me in my lap and like licking my face.
Right.
I corrected the dog exactly once. 6 months ago?
Yeah.
And from that point on, that correction was so understood. If you go watch When You're Right, You're Right.
Yeah.
That video, I talk about it a lot. Like, I'm like, you guys are wondering what I'm doing? Go look at that video. Listen to what Elliot says. You can tell that she does not want to correct this dog. Correct? Back then?
Yep.
Why?
Because I wasn't sure how to.
Right, because you weren't sure. And you said something to me, too. You said, link. Can we get a link to that?
So what? Oh, When You're Right, You're Right.
Yeah. I think I can give you a link to my page right here, and you can look it up.
I got it. Just
okay, yeah.
if I can do this.
It work? Yeah. So listen to how Elliot's talking. So it takes, yeah, but you don't see the correction. The video is edited so you don't see the correction. So people go, oh, what did you do? Look at the cut. It's like that. But the reason I didn't want people to see the video of the correction wasn't because I was embarrassed about what I did. It's that you won't understand it, and people will go out ham-handed and go like, this is what you do. I saw it on the tube.
Yep.
You can't do that. And so after that moment, you can see that I can now touch the dog, and the dog's not cowering from me. People do not see the details. They do not see the details because they're so busy looking for the solution. You know what I mean? Like the quick result, that they need the problem solved. And so they go, this is what you do. And they see that much of it. And they don't understand it's a whole dog, whole person approach, right?
Right.
So when you look at that video, there is so much going on there. There's so much going on there and almost nothing being said. Do you know what I mean?
You're right.
So when you look at that, okay, thanks. Thank you, Flawless. That is super important to understand that. So one of the things I'm struggling with, and I think that's it, right, is that with social media and putting content up, people are hunting how-to content.
Yeah.
They want to know. And if you look at the Cane Corso video, that's how people think you're teaching now, is to put this up there, and people don't know what they're looking at. They don't know what they're looking at, but they mimic it.
Right.
Right? So if you just mimic shit, you're never going to understand why. So the value is in the understanding. The understanding is in the doing. The doing is in the details. And if you understand the details of it, that's why it's so hard here when we train, because I'm like, I mean, how many layers are we in? And it's actually, the dog doesn't get worse. Dog doesn't get worse.
Right.
The dog gets better. So does the handler. So if you look at people who are super, super, like the upstate guy, no, again, separate the human from the training, okay? The human being, I'm not talking about. It's the training. There is a lot of unnecessary stress and broken trust, no clarity, no respect. And that's what you see. It's torture. And so when people follow that, they don't follow it because they want to understand dog training. They follow it for the drama.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? That's bad. That's really bad. I think I said yesterday on the live, I don't want to be famous, and I want to have just enough money to take care of my family. Everybody now wants to be rich. Everybody's going to be the next Caesar Milan. It's not a good place to be. Caesar Milan tried to kill himself. That's because it was too much. You know what I mean? Like, not only the people that love you, but the people that attack you and attack your family, and the people that try to take your money or franchise you. Like, everybody's your friend and everybody's your enemy. You can't tell who your friends and enemies are anymore. I don't want that. I just don't want it. You know, that's another thing too. Can you look up that clip where it says Last Chance Highway, where you can just see me in the episode? It's a short clip, and then just post that. I've had my chances, guys. I've had it put in my lap to have my own TV shows, and I said no. And I'll get the producer on here who was like, dude, you're a giant pain in the ass. And he said, the producer in New York goes, the producer thinks you're an asshole. And I go, he's not wrong, but it doesn't mean I'm not right. When you're an asshole, you're just not giving people what they want. And when you go into TV, they're going to make you into what sells, not what is true. And if you're not aware of that, I learned that in comedy when I was doing comedy for 10 years. I absolutely know that when you're doing open mic night stuff, you can say whatever you want. And you can kill doing your material, your timing. But when you start to get paid for it, when you start to become a professional, they want laughs per minute. They don't want to hear your bullshit. They don't want you to be this. They don't want you to be that. And you got, I remember nobody under the Nancy Kerrigan thing. Did I ever tell you that?
Yeah.
That people know, yeah, you sell your soul. That's exactly right. I'll tell you that in person. If you ever meet me in person, tell me to tell you the Nancy Kerrigan story. Fucking funny as hell. But they wave that check. Let's go. Dance. So you become so dependent on the money that you start to go, fuck, I got to keep this lifestyle. So you start doing what they want you to do rather than doing what's right. So the details of everything matter. The problem is people think that dog training is a career that you can have right away. That you can go online and go on the Karen Pryor Academy and you can be a dog trainer in however many weeks, or you can be a dog trainer however many weeks. You know who tells you you're a good dog trainer or not? The dog. And what people don't know about dogs and don't know about themselves that really gets them in trouble. Deep water trouble. And then they go to the people who don't know, who put an e-call, like that's that video. There's this guy just banging on this dog. And I'm telling you, there's 75% of the people out there would be like, well, that's what I would do. Mm-hmm. And why would you do that? Because that's what I was taught to do. Okay, but how does the dog see it? I don't care. I just want my result. It's like,
dog training isn't a job, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, that's correct. Who wrote that?
Greg Poland.
Yeah, it is. It's really perceived that way to the inexperienced. All these online personas make it seem like it's easily achievable nowadays. Your ordinary pet owner becomes a trainer and helping other people watching YouTube. We're going to give you, that's the first thing Flawless has got in a while. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
You know that? Boy's brain's starting to turn on. Like, don't let it go to your head, because I'll put you down. I will. I'll put you down. The problem is does your dog trainer want the best for you? Look at your dog trainer. Like on that video, there's a dog trainer going like, so here's the stem of the e-collar. The e-collar starts at this. We're going to work our way up. That, can I tell you, if you've ever been on an airplane and you watch the flight attendant talk about, or not even talk about, one of them's talking, right? And they're like, and they're thinking about something else. They're thinking about what they're going to have for dinner. That's dog training now. KHB, COVID survivor, KHB, give her some love. Before I knew better, I looked up the person I was training with because I...
Looked up to the person.
Oh, looked up, what? Okay, looked up. You can read that?
I'm going back and forth.
So what the fuck am I reading them for?
Because it's a...
Do your job.
Before I knew better, I looked up to the person I was training with because her dog was the way I wanted mine. All I saw was that what I could maybe have if I did exactly what she did.
It's a different dog. It's a different dog. And she doesn't have what you think she has.
I think that's what she's saying.
Yeah. Candace says, I learned the hard way from my former trainer. Did not want us to be better than her in any way or sense. Yep, that's absolutely true. And that's the problem, is that when you have people who are dog training freaks and behavior freaks, you're going to learn a lot about the dog, but you're going to learn way more about yourself. Way more about yourself. Mm. And when you do that, like, so let's put it this way. So say someone's had trauma as like an abused child. Oh, you know what it is? Who posted that TED Talks where the lady talks about how she was sexually assaulted and she related it to the dog? That's so fucking anthropomorphic. It's crazy. It's crazy. TED Talks with the lady who was sexually assaulted, raped, essentially, and then said dog training was the same thing. And it's not, but here's the thing. She's wrong, but she's right. Because I have watched many, many dog trainers do, it's not a sexual assault, but it's an assault. It's an assault. And you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And one of the things that's very frustrating for me is to sit there and be powerless when the answer is there. When the ego of the human gets in between you and helping the dog, and it's abusive. Yes, that's right. That's called being anthropomorphic, and that's not good. That's never good. Yeah, it's crazy. It was just crazy. So details like, I showed you what Ackright was thinking. Yeah. Did you see it before I told you?
I saw it last session.
Yeah. That she's following the hand, right? Yeah. See, so I'm not. So right now, when she says I saw it last session, I believe her. I believe her. I'm having a dialogue with her. I'm not like, no, you didn't. You didn't see shit. When she says she saw something and she gets it, she's very honest about it. She's like, yeah, I saw that. If she doesn't get it, she makes a face. She goes, that's what she does, right? So if she makes the face and talks the words, she goes, no, I get it. Then she's lying. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That is correct. If she goes, yeah, I got it, then there's no lie. Both the action and the word fit each other. Does that make sense? So what's crazy is that if you're, how do you find a good dog trainer? Look at what there's, not what they're saying. That's bullshit. If you look at the Concorso video, that guy's just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and doing nothing. And well, what he's doing is detrimental. There's no good stuff happening there, because there's 15 dogs in a backyard, and the guy's like, so what we're gonna do? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh. Uh-oh. Ruh-oh.
That goes in there too.
Ah.
Not know what they're
Don't do that in front of me. Don't. Don't. You got to get the hell on. Yeah, it's chaos because what's happening is like the instant there's 15 dogs and you say, uh-oh, 3,000 times a minute, it's the MC Hammer. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. You know what someone's going to do now? See this? They're going to make a meme of that fat Chinese kid going like this for food and put me next to it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Nice.
Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Somebody got to do that. Do that before anybody else does. That's the shit, right? So like right there, like if there's haters out there going, oh, I'm going to make a meme of this, go ahead. I fucking love it. I was a comedian, dude. Like, come on. Let's do it. Uh-oh. 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 Like, I mean.
That should be our last button.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah. Or what we'll do is record it off a clip of MC Hammer doing it.
Yeah.
Right. So let's get some copyright infringement in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Sure.
So the whole thing is that. So let's look at that. The minute someone can hurt your feelings, they have more control over you than you have over yourself. The moment. Uh-oh. 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 Yeah, you can do that. I don't give a fuck. Be creative. Look, man, there's a line with me, but it's way the fuck out there. Like if you made a meme about my kids that was hurtful, or my wife that was hurtful, any of my students that was hurtful, I'd be like, okay, you're a fucking old dirty. Oh God, where is the Concorso video you were talking about? I missed it. It's on a Crowdcast live.
I'll tag you in it, Kathy.
Yeah. Well, but that's the dog training world, guys. So one of the things. Oh, the video was removed. My video, or the whole thing.
I'm looking.
Okay.
I still have this.
Share the link if you got it.
Okay.
And just talking to that nice lady, just talking to her about, that's not her fault. That's just misinformation. Oh, okay. The 2-minute clip is gone. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I took it down.
Oh, you did.
Well, because people were going like, there was no context to it.
Yeah.
People were like, what the fuck is happening? You know what I mean?
Yep.
All right. So all that being said, do you guys have any questions, comments, want to discuss? You want to come on? You want to send some smoke signals? Do what you got to do. Let's hear. Elliot with the link. Can you click on the link from the? Oh yeah, you can, huh?
That just takes you to whether you explained it and then.
Yep. All right, EC, you want to come on or you want to just ask it? What do you want, girl? All right. You have been linked. Guys, in the meantime, see this beautiful watercolor done by Stephanie Muto Nickerson?
There we go. Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
Nice.
And that looks just like him when he was a puppy. You got
that
like,
is awesome.
Yeah, she's incredible. She's incredible. Muto Arts, people. If you want graphics, you want stuff done, I'm gonna break it.
Look at what we got going on here.
What do we got going on here? Oh my God. Oh my God. You ladies are crazy.
Trouble. I have a question. Maybe
Yes, ma'am.
My puppy when he sees Kimberly, he turns his belly up to her and says, "Hi, I'm a sweet little puppy." But when he sees me, he either tries to hunt me or kill me. Why doesn't my puppy like me?
Oh.
Because you're trying too hard to like your puppy.
That's what I told her.
You know why?
Okay,
I'll tell you
okay.
why. Because you're a needy bitch. That's why.
Yeah, I
Because you're like, I just love you, and it's not natural, right?
I've been an asshole to him. He, whatever.
I'm just saying.
I know.
You
Shit.
what'd you just say?
No, I don't know anything. No shit.
That's the problem. You got to play hard to get. So you know what the problem is? You're a dog slut
I am a dog. I'm a puppy slut.
and a puppy whore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what happens? The whore, once they get what they want, they walk away from them. Do you understand?
Yep.
Play hard to get. That's what you got to do.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I got 24 years of marriage, and my wife plays hard to get. She got me working. You understand? She got me working. That's what it is. So stop slutting it up,
Okay.
all right, and get back to seriousness,
Okay.
and just have Kim rub your belly if that's what you need, okay?
Gotcha. Bye.
Oh God. Okay. Tony, do you want to come on, or because this is a live? Like, I don't know if you want to come on and ask. Yeah. No, Candace, no puppy. You can't see puppies. You forget. Your brain goes away when you see puppies. My phone won't let me. All right. What's your question? What is a non-reinforceable marker? I don't know. What I was told is that it's a uh-oh or a snap or a no. And the gentleman who was claiming to use the non-reinforceable marker, his dog was biting him when anyone would come up and shake his hand. And I mean biting him. And then when the dog was away from him, he'd say, no or ah or whatever. And the dog wouldn't stop. So I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm using a non-reinforceable marker. And I go, but he's not doing anything. You're wasting your breath.
You're teaching the dog to ignore you.
Yeah, you're absolutely teaching the dog to ignore you. That's what you're doing. When you teach a dog a non-reinforceable marker, the dog has a choice. And if you keep applying a non-reinforceable marker, look at uh-oh or eh in that Cane Corso video. The dogs are not listening to them. There has to be pressure on them for them to move out of the way. And then the problem is, what do they learn from that?
Well,
do you understand? So it's Candace, not Candace, Jesus Christ, Tony, I'm very confused about it myself because it does not add up. But when I ask people to explain it to me, they give me regurgitation. That's what they do all the time. And I'm like, but explain to me how the dog sees it.
So Linda says that is not a non-reinforceable marker. That is a non-reward marker. That makes a little bit more sense.
What do you mean, Linda?
I'm gonna give this a go. Linda, tell me if I'm wrong.
Go ahead. Oh, she will. Linda will tell you business.
So
that's why I love her.
What I see, like, non-reinforceable is like there is no possible way you could.
Right.
That's how I see it.
Right.
Like you. Okay. Hold on. Linda said it. So, a non-reward marker, or or oops, is a non-reward marker. Difference between rewarding or punishing and reinforcement. So yeah, it's just the difference between the definitions of. You're not, when you do the no or the non-reinforceable marker, as we were told what it was. There's nothing. It's just
static.
Right.
And yes, Chris, you're training your dog to ignore you. Go ahead.
But it's not that it's not reinforceable. It's just that you're not reinforcing it.
Right.
Not that it's not. So like.
Right, but it's usually from yeah. It was stupid training.
Right, you called me on a phone and I was back in Texas and you said, no, don't do that. You cannot reinforce that.
Right, it's a suggestion.
Right.
Yeah, it is. Definition of a reinforcer: stimulus, such as a reward or the removal of an electric shock, that increases the probability of a desire. Yeah, but the non-reinforceable. But do you ever reinforce it? No, because it's non-reinforceable. I think if you listen to Linda,
Yep.
if you listen to Linda, this is the of Linda. Okay, if you want full, pure, absolute distilled essence of single malt dog training, Linda's going to type it out to you. There's no bullshit in there at all. If she texts you, if she talks to you, just, you have to actually think about what she's saying. That's why my camera's not focusing here. That's why people have a hard time with Linda, because she's giving you the answer. She's giving you the fucking answer, but you just don't have enough experience to understand the answer that she's giving you. And it's very, like, when I mean, Linda and I have had long conversations about dog training. One of my greatest Linda moments ever is I go, hey, Linda, I want to show you something that I developed up here. And she's like, what's that? And I said, well, it's how to teach a stay and blah, 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 blah. And she goes, yeah. And I go, what? I didn't tell her what it was. And I said, well, I want to show you and think what you say. She goes, I'll probably just tell you my way's better. That's what she said to me. I was like, oh, shit, that's the funniest thing I ever heard in my life. But it's real.
So conditioned reinforcers, which is what we do with, like, the noise and all that stuff, or, you know.
Yeah, but there has to be contact.
Aid in communication. Non-reinforceable markers is an oxymoron, which is accurate.
Right. It's like, happily married, jumbo shrimp, military intelligence.
Yeah. All that good stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. Asking how in the dog world does the dog know what that even is? Linda is pure gold. Yeah, I have no clue. Yeah. So you're training the dog to have major anxiety by getting on to the dog for not know what you want. Well, but if the dog ignores you, then it's not major anxiety. So if you have a basset hound that's just sleeping and you're like, ah, and he just doesn't acknowledge you, you're not stressing him out.
You're just adding noise.
Yeah. Beth says what?
It's a fancy way to say I told the dog not to do something. A verbal marker that is supposed to tell the dog that particular behavior will not earn you a reward. Yeah. Sounds like people are making these words up. Yep. It's not making words up. It's actually making terms.
Yeah, terms up. But to sound better. That's what people do. They take the high ground. So if there's a guy that cannot talk, man or woman, they can't train the dog? I'm very quiet when I train.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
Like, that's the time I get you. She's like, he is. It's a very pleasant time in my life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
They're talking about anything you say. No, uh-oh, wee, caca, doo-doo, whatever you say to the dog. If the dog's over there, so this goes to area of influence now. That's right. This goes to area of influence right now. So Elliot's over here. She's about 4 feet away from me. If she takes my phone and I go, stop, it's her choice. There's nothing, stop. But the minute I get up and go over there, I am closing the area of influence that is causing the problem. So I'm going to go over there and go, give me my fucking phone back. That didn't stop her from taking the phone. That stopped her. That just made her give it back to me. Right?
Yeah.
So if I want to stop you from taking the phone, I got to catch you in the act. And then the consequences associated with the phone and the action of touching it.
Right.
But when I go, the dog may stop, because that's called a pattern interrupt in my book. So like if things are really quiet for a sec, I wish that camera was fucking closer. I really do. And I went like that, people will go, Jesus Christ, that's a pattern interrupt. That's a pattern interrupt.
It's not smart to give the dog a warning.
That's right. And remember my argument with Brooke? Oh, you weren't there. Anybody who was at that seminar, there we go. Brooke,
I was with Brooke.
no, the one at Kittery,
Oh.
where Brooke was like, for leave it, she's like, why don't you just give the dog a warning? So here's the problem, right? People who have been taught that way have a very hard time letting go of it. Very hard time. Why? Because they believed it for so long. So we were talking about, I'm not kidding, guys. We talk about this, is that how to change the neural pathways in your brain. So we made a bet. I lost. Actually, I didn't even sign on to the bet because there was no way I was going to do it.
Well, we also said let's make the consequence suck.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, here's the consequence.
Yeah, and I'm like, nope, I'm not playing. Right?
Yeah, because I was like, I'll just win.
So change something that is a bad habit about yourself and replace it with a good habit. How long is it going to take you to do that? Can you catch yourself doing it? It hurts to rewire neural pathways. It hurts. So that's why it's easier to just take the donut and eat it, or just, whatever you do. It's just swearing. Stop swearing for 6 months. Stop swearing. Yeah, people can't do it. So so let's do a homework thing, okay? Take a video of you going forward with your right hand and backward with your left hand at the same time. See that? Can you do that? Can you do that? Now pay attention to how badly your fucking brain hurts while you're trying to do that. There was an Indonesian dude at a restaurant, and he showed me that, and I said, well, he didn't show me, he was doing it. And I said, what are you doing? He says, this is a discipline thing. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, it's very hard for me to do, but I like to do things that train my brain to learn faster. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he goes, take this hand, go forward, take this hand and go backward. So you do this. Do you understand? People, their brain will hurt. It feels uncomfortable to change. It feels uncomfortable to change. A dog will change so much faster than a human being. So now, if someone's off course and you've got to change them, it hurts much more to change the human being than it does the dog. It really does. That's the problem. If I had a dime for every time someone told me to stop swearing, I think I would have shit a lot of fucking times. It's hard. It's very hard. So how many people can make a video, and I don't want to see a struggle, I want to see real comfort when you're doing this. How many people can do that? Send me a video. Best one, I'll give you a present. We'll decide, right?
Yep.
Right? Okay. But think about that. Think about how it feels. Think about how it hurts. It doesn't hurt like it's a stabbing pain. It's just right brain and left brain going, as a kid, I guess it was weird. Yeah. It's miserable. Yeah, it is miserable. But once you get it, it feels like brain lag. Yeah. But once you get it, your light bulbs, you're going to be so proud of yourself. You're going to be like, yeah, you don't need anybody else to tell you you did a good job. You're going to feel you did it. When you accomplish that, you're going to feel like you did something. That's dog training. To undo for how long? 30 seconds. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do 10. 10 seconds is good. But see, that's the thing. Mark, if you want to be a pimp, send me an hour-long video of you doing it. You know what I mean? Send me a video of you doing it while you're talking to somebody else. That's training, right? So people go, oh, my dog knows sit. You just taught it sit with a cookie. Your dog don't know shit. The dog's got to sit while it's raining. The dog's got to sit on snow. The dog's got to sit in motion. The dog's got to do, you know what I mean? Mark, yeah, buddy. I'm telling you, whoever sends me the best video of that, you can send it through Messenger.
Yeah, but it can only be 2 minutes if it's on Messenger.
All right, so it's only 2 minutes. So post it. If you post it, send me a link to it so I can watch it.
Yeah, you can make it
just private for me, or you can make it for everybody, right? Which hand is dominant? Yeah, right. Look at that. So these are the nerds, okay? So what I want to do is I want to get all you fucking behavior junkies. How is this? How is something like this that everybody would blow off? How does that lesson away from the dog help you, enhance you with understanding your dog better? Watch. People are hacks in dog training now. Hacks, I say.
John Garcia said it looks like you lost weight.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Boy. So that's something you can do. So you don't hear anybody talking about in dog training. They want to show you what they know. They don't want to discuss it. We have to sit down and have long discussions about dog training. We have to. And that goes to mentorship, right?
Yeah.
Like mentorship's a pain in the ass. Would you agree?
I agree.
Is it tough for you?
Yes.
Yeah. Imagine how it is for me.
It's probably much easier.
No. Because you have to be a behavior accountant. You have to be like stuff that is so normal for you, like defensive talking. Oh, you should see the smile on her face right now. People have conversation styles. They find a way to have a conversation style so they can protect themselves. That's what they do. That's what people do all the time. And when you're not protecting yourself, which is, listen, I understand why people do it, because these dog trainers are taking your money and fucking up your dog. So people are like, I don't know. But when you finally meet an honest dog trainer who's telling you something, it's very hard for you to accept that because of the mistrust that has gone through with the other trainers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And people in life, your life experiences dictate a lot how you train dogs. Have you ever been in a bar fight? Have you ever been in a street fight? If you have, you understand primal a lot better than some Chris dogs. Right away. Yep. Have you ever been a victim? Have you ever been a bully? Have you ever been greedy? You will learn about yourself, because the way you communicate. You know the video with the guy, he's in another country, but he's wearing shorts and everything. The Malinois muzzled, and he just fucking flips the dog over, and he's like, "No, I see. No, I see." He's yelling at the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. That dude is showing you how he communicates in life. Can I have my camera back? There we go. That guy, he's showing you what to do, but he's showing you how piss poor his communication is. So if I met him in person and I said, "Hey, listen, I want to help you with your dog," do you think he's going to try to communicate with me the same way? Yeah. So what do? You walk away from that dude, right?
Yeah.
So the dog doesn't get any better. The guy doesn't get any better, but he still thinks he's the fucking shit. A smart dog trainer listens. A smart dog trainer questions. A smart dog trainer is open. Yes, that's right, Greg. That's exactly right. Beth says, causing people to self-discover is hard as hell. Being aware of what they do physically and psychologically that sell them out is a skill yeah, well, you're getting it. You'll get it. Just give yourself time. Because you had a hard time. Yeah, Beth? You had a hard time working with me, yeah? But we do what's needed, not what, like, people are like, so what are we doing? Sit? What are we doing? Down? What are we doing? This? The person and the dogs dictate the lesson. Let me see. I struggle with my left and right. Doing what helped me.
Me too, Tony. Me too.
Yeah, she does.
I wear rings on specific hands.
Yep.
She's talking about I think she's talking about the circle thing.
Yeah, that's true. So the dog is pure, right? The dog will not lie to you. But people go, how is that possible? Because when you hang out with people, you believe everything will lie to you. You do?
Yeah.
When you hang out with dogs, you realize, hey, there's something there that won't lie to me.
If it says it's gonna bite you,
It's going to bite
probably gonna bite
you.
you.
But also a dog should be able to tell you what you don't know. And with e-collars and avoidant clicker trainers, that's gone. Because if the answer to every dog you teach is to put an e-collar on it, you are by definition one-dimensional. You cannot effectively train a dog or a person if you are one-dimensional. So I'm going to go one-dimensional. Ready? Teach your dog sit. Good. Teach your dog down. Good. Well, the e-collar is violently one-dimensional. The clicker is enabling. E-collars are just lazy. Yeah. Let me see. If you keep your mouth shut, people want to fill the silence. Yep. 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 If a dog likes you, you know it. If a dog doesn't like you, you know it. If the dog doesn't care, you know it. Well, I think we just saw that that's if you're looking, you know. Shut up, Greg. Yes. Greg, EC, there we go. That's exactly right. Look at them. They're correcting each other now. You don't even need me anymore. I'm out. That's great. Anybody else have questions, comments, concerns, criticisms, memes they would like to share of how fat I am, anything like that?
The dog lies to me when I get on the competition field, John.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's the truth. I use clicker sometimes to make timing better with certain things. I know something. So here's how I feel. Tony, can I talk openly here? Is this okay? Are you in the hammock of safety?
Oh my God.
I love that Greg's teaching ECY dubs online. That's so great. If you have learned how to hold yourself accountable for everything you do, then it's easier to learn. You will shut up and listen instead of trying to figure out an excuse. That's exactly right. But I also love curiosity. I love to have discussions. We'll put the dog away and have a discussion. I'll do that all the fucking time. People are like, I want to train the dog. I'm like, you're not ready to train the dog. Let's put the dog away. Tony, the reason I don't use clickers is because if you use a clicker, you're adding a step. People will give you all these fucking excuses. They'll say, well, it's consistent. Then learn how to be fucking consistent. The timing is impeccable. It isn't. Because if you have to think it and then you have to click it, is a lot slower, relatively speaking, than if you go, yep, yes, here, whatever it is, you give the dog food. The goal of a dog trainer should be to eliminate equipment, not add equipment. You can add equipment as necessary, but I'm going to tell you, most of the dogs I work with, I don't think I've ever at a seminar or here said, somebody go get a prong collar, or somebody go get an e-collar, or somebody go get this. It's just what I have with the dog.
I mean, that's accurate from what I've seen.
Yeah. I mean, you've been to like 24. Yeah. You understand what I mean, Tony? It's like we don't know. Like, do you ever think, can I do this without the e-collar? Can I do this without the clicker? How bad? So what does the clicker represent? It represents a clear marker to the dog. I only started using the clicker 2 years ago. I don't think I've listened to the wrong people, but I'm still learning. I totally understand you. Yeah, I mean, like, so if you do something good, so put your hand down. Yep. Put your hand up. So put your hand back. Yep. Why do I need to go? So put your hand up. Put it down.
I think the difference sometimes with the clicker, or what you can see by using a clicker, not necessarily that you need it, is that when you get a consistent sound.
Yep.
It's just right, but showing people, because people don't hear that, they go,
No, but I agree with you. I agree with you. You should show them what the clicker does and then teach them to be the clicker.
Right.
Not teach them to be dependent on the clicker.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You get someone with MS or a severe neurological disorder trying to click. It's going to be a mess. Yeah. Whoa, these are going fast. I think the clicker is more for the person. Yeah, but the person needs to get better. I remember at the Nino seminar, the whole gimmick was having food, leash, clicker, and e-collar. It was amusing seeing the lack of coordination. Yep. I've used one to finesse behaviors on the field before a trial. I get frustrated.
Weeding out the dog. I feel so slow sometimes, and my dogs get confused because of me.
Tony, when I meet you, I'm going to teach you how to be way faster, and you'll get it. Yeah, Tourette's, right?
I got too excited with my yes marker one day, and it spooked the dog.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I was thinking about this. Like, people do not understand DPOV, right? So say you have a dog that's been back tied in the yard, okay, before you got him, okay, and every time the dog barked, a guy walked out. I mean, okay, this is hypothetical, guys. So okay, it's a hypothetical, and the guy walks out with a fucking stick and goes, "Shut the fuck up," and beats the shit out of the dog. You don't know that. But now you go, "I got a rescue dog. Yay! I'm going to use the chuck it." And the dog snaps and comes after you. People go, "Well, let's get an e-collar for that." So the dog, because you don't understand what the dog is thinking, you just want to play ball with the dog. So you zap it for doing that. Now you say, "Go get the ball." And the dog's like, "Why don't you go fuck your mother? I'm not doing shit." But you stopped the barking. You stopped the threatening behavior. But it's not a threatening behavior. You did it first.
Right.
And so the dog is just doing what it's been conditioned to do, trained to do. It's lost trust. So it doesn't trust this because it looks just like this. That's my problem with this in PSA. Because this is surrender. Your fucking dog bites someone and they're like, no, don't send your dog. And the dog sees that as a signal to bite. This is the global marker for I give up. Yikes, crazy. People just don't think shit through. We can start a drinking game each time you get no, don't tell, no, that's a bad idea. Oh, don't do that. Okay, that's a bad idea. The dog thing on right now is overstimulated and struggles to stop. Yep. But how are things connected? I remember watching a trainer, who was teaching a Rottweiler to gain confidence with a sleeve. And he didn't know what he was doing, but everybody loves him. And the dog took the sleeve and went into the corner of his yard. And then he would go over to pretend to take the sleeve and pull his hand back. And the dog would step on the sleeve and give a low growl. And he's like, "I'm building his confidence." Yeah.
His confidence in he's going to bite you.
Yeah.
Ew.
Sure. That's everybody's favorite trainer. That's what's happening. So we have to learn. One of the big things I want to do is separate the trainer from their work personally. There is being judged. But at some point, you have to look and say, that trainer is ignorant of certain things. Can I ask what PSA means? Protection Sports Association.
Yeah.
Yep. I just went dead. Am I back? I'm back.
I see.
Okay. Always want to ask more questions, but people usually get frustrated. No, look, man, I'll talk to you all day. You know, one of the things we wanted to do on Patreon was get a room going, so that we could just have a chat. You know what I mean? Just have all the people on a chat. Like we have some ideas. Like I was going to do a pay-per-view, not like a bite prevention seminar, but like what to do after you've been bitten. Do you know what I mean? Like really been bitten. Cause I, talking about it online, people are just going to shit on you. But that's why I love the Patreon, because you can go into Patreon, and if we do that, and I don't know if people who have ever been bitten would like to discuss it, but I know some people who have been fucked up by dog bites. And the dog bite that happens physically is not where the damage is long term. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
It's very, very slight. So people ask me, how do you get over it? Because I've been bitten so many times, and people go, well, if you got bit that many times, you don't know what you're doing. No, I am unfucking dogs, pet dogs that bite more fiercely than any police canine in the world. Look at Boozer, the clipboard dog. That dog ripped the calf muscle off of the UPS guy.
Jesus Christ.
Well, the problem with that video now is so you guys don't know, and I don't say a lot, but I get a lot of hate mail because of that video. Because you're being mean to dogs. Nope, can't say his name, right? That's what I'm doing? Not right. Yeah, okay. Elliot's conditioning me to not say people's names. So there's a trainer of note in Scotland, not a good note, who got mad at me.
You still got to throw those jabs in. It's so great. It's so great.
I can't. No. How? But so let me take it here, okay, right. Coach. So you're coaching me, right?
All right.
How do you correct behavior by correcting a dog and it's not personal?
You're not trying to correct behavior here.
Yes, I am.
Right, not yet.
No, I am.
This is what we discussed.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
This is so many conversations. You're not hearing me.
I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn, man. I'm trying to learn. Explain to me, because that comes so natural to me.
Yes.
Because so like if I got heckled on stage,
yep,
I would fucking destroy somebody.
That's in person.
Okay.
Okay. The person that you're trying to correct is not on here right now. They might see this later. They might see this at some point, but that doesn't.
So what's wrong with it's not a good note? Because if you say
no, it's not that there's nothing wrong with it. I was just saying you got to do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can't take Chris out of Chris. Like you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm doing the best I can, right? All right. So when I showed the video on Patreon of how electricity does not affect a dog in many cases the way you think it affects the dog, that video was out on Facebook first, and that's what that trainer saw. Was that you're mean. What was really funny was that trainer doesn't see that he does that shit every day, and worse, like way worse. What I did was it stimulated the dog in a good way. What he's doing is shutting dogs down, right?
Right.
It's people don't go, what do you mean? I'm a dog trainer. I don't want any input coming in. No input, no more. I know what I know. That's it. That's not good enough. What the hell was I talking about?
The trainer, the noted trainer.
Yeah, so that's it. Is that there are things in dog training that you would not understand unless you're in person.
Yep.
There's no way. There's no way you can understand it if you're not in person. So it's tough. Anybody else? Questions, comments, concerns? Okay. Types of corrections are definitely a topic for the future. Personal corrections, environmental corrections. Yeah, well, this is yeah. Yep. That gotcha. That tick the stim button there is because it's the dog's interpretation of what a correction is, the level of correction, the timing of a correction. Is the correction seen or unseen? What does the dog interpret the correction as? People are administering corrections. Like that guy on that video is like, bang, bang, bang. He wants the dog to come this way. He's putting pressure on the dog by turning and looking at it. And he's popping the dog towards him, which is going to create a shitload of problems. What the effective part there is that the dog just fucking gives up because it's got a noose around its neck. and then they call it good. That's a result. You stupid. I said stupid. See, I called the guy stupid.
But the guy does not know who the guy is.
God damn it, man.
We'll get better.
What? But why can't we just talk plainly? Why can't we say, look, you're being dumb?
You can say that to that person calls you right now. Absolutely, you say it.
But what happened to the world? Okay, so OJ's driving down the road in his white Bronco, right?
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a white Bronco.
And
you see his behavior is stupid, right?
Yep.
Okay. And you put a post online that says OJ's stupid. Is OJ stupid?
Yep.
Why can't I post that?
You can.
Why shouldn't I post that?
Because we're also trying to get more people to understand. Because that shuts out people that, I mean, and if
It doesn't shut out. If that's what it takes to shut you out, you don't belong here.
All right.
No, I'm serious.
I agree. This is so many conversations we've had. I'm not gonna be able to explain it right now. Because this is like 3 weeks worth of conversations we've had.
Just saying.
So do what you want.
No, that's not what I mean. It's like, but look, I agree with what you're saying because I can be brutal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are we paying attention to the phone or are we paying attention to the conversation?
I'm going back and forth.
I know, but don't. Stay here with me now. This is important. All right?
All right.
There you go. So let me ask you a question. My mentors, it was very personal.
Yeah.
They'd call you retard. One of them would. The other one just ignore you, yell at you, whatever. But when we see training on the internet that is absolutely disgusting or absolutely clueless, I'm just trying to understand the rules of engagement here. We can't say anything about it.
Yes.
We can't.
You can.
You can.
But it has to be done in the. I mean, because how many videos do people see that you put up there that they think are absolutely atrocious?
Yep.
But if they had a conversation with you, that would change their mind. More than likely, right?
I don't know.
But it's more likely to happen.
Yeah, okay, I'll give it to you. Okay.
Difficult.
Okay. I saw your angry face, so I'm going to give it to you.
So that can happen the other way around, where you see atrocious training, and maybe you might be right, but telling them, they're still going to do it.
I'm not telling them. I'm telling them.
Yeah, but how does that explain? If you can have the conversation with the other person, then everybody gets everybody's side, which makes a big difference.
Yeah, but they don't want to have a conversation.
Not when they feel like they're just going to get destroyed. You're
No.
right. So,
but they're not going to get destroyed. Look,
they're not. I know that because I'm here, but they don't know that because they're not here.
Right. So they're afraid.
Yeah.
So why? But if I said you're being afraid, what would they say?
It's defensive.
Well, they would say what? No, I'm
No,
not.
I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I say, okay, you're defensive.
The more calm you stay and the more about the training that we stick with, you can say whatever you want about the training. What I'm trying to get you to do is not make it personal.
Here's the deal. Okay. Let me drop some boomer on you. Okay. I'm actually a Gen Xer, not a boomer. I made it by 1 year. Right?
Right.
But I might as well be a boomer, right? The problem with the world today is that no one can tell anybody else anything if it hurts their feelings. Just hang on.
Okay.
Where are you going? So you're going to go get defensive on me. Say, what do you mean, boomer?
What do you mean?
Is that this whole genre of YouTube, social media, right? You looked at a video of a girl teaching her dog to rip up her house.
Yep.
And you went, is this bitch dumb?
I did.
Did you comment?
I did.
What'd you say?
I said, I don't remember. I said something about what happens when the dog does this in other areas because they don't understand you can just do this here.
What happened to you?
We went back and forth for a little bit, and then she ultimately said, "Oh, I don't want to argue the point. It's harmless." So
it's harmless,
right? So I can't.
So now, you don't have to argue the point. But what if someone, because of your interaction, said, "Why is that harmless?"
Oh, a lot of people did. That's what.
They did.
Right.
So you.
But I stayed impersonal.
But she took it personally. Oh, she took it personally.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I mean, whether or not she did, what I'm saying is that other people who are seeing see that I'm being respectful to a degree. It's not really respect. It's just, here's what is.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Is she disrespecting that dog?
Absolutely.
So I have to be respectful to someone who's being disrespectful and dangerous to an animal. Well, hang on a second.
Yeah.
So if those are the rules of engagement, fine, right?
Right.
But if the purely positive people see me make a correction, they will descend on me en masse.
Yeah.
And I don't go into a defensive mode. I go into a teaching mode.
Yep.
If if they come down on me and they start ripping me to shreds, and I go, if I'm going to say, fuck you, back off, it's not because of what they believe. It's because there's 10,000 of them coming at me in ignorance.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just go, well, look at that. And then I would make something that went on the internet. But how am I, like, you watched the last 2 evals we did here.
Yeah.
The old lady said after her eval was decidedly unimpressed.
Yeah. And
she was a fucking first class yeast infected vaginal wart cunt.
Yep.
Was I nice?
You were.
Did I absolutely treat her with respect?
You did.
Sure. Do the people, even when she was mean to me,
mm-hmm.
right? Why was she so defensive? Because it was personal and she knew it was right. Right? But she didn't want to change, right?
Right.
Okay. So I have reached out to people privately and said, because this is the thing, when you put your body of work out there. So let me ask you a question. This is childcare. Don't ask about this. It's very creepy. And I go, oh, the baby is now, I want the baby to suckle off this breast. And the baby keeps going over here. And I go, stop. Would you say something about that?
Yeah.
Would you be like, are you fucking stupid?
I don't know.
Oh, you forget I know you. What would you say?
You fucking stupid.
Right. And so when someone's stupid and people make the argument, well, you called them stupid. Yes, I did. It's like shaming. You're shaming me because you should be ashamed of that.
Yeah.
You can't shame anybody anymore, so nobody's ashamed of what they do. There's a difference between that and bullying.
I agree.
There has to be boundaries. So you got people who are fucking putting improper boundaries on a dog with an electric collar, prong collar, their hands, the leash, the choke, right?
Right.
And you go, if your first reaction is to go, you're stupid. How's it going?
It's good.
Then you have to say, hey, you're being stupid right now. Because in that, it says, take the guy that's flipping the dog over and fucking saying, Aussie no, Aussie no, Aussie no, and you just driving the dog into the fucking ground. I mean, you should pull up that video because that's no fucking joke, that video.
I've only seen
And the guy, so hang on a second, and the guy's proud of it,
yeah. Putting
out fucking graphics on it. Mm-hmm. He's got product in his hair, and he's like, let me show you how I kick the fuck out of a dog, right? Yeah. Is anything about that video tell you that you can talk to that gentleman with any kind of intelligence?
No.
Is he stupid?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, what he's doing.
You don't know
what he's doing is stupid.
How many stupid acts are in that video?
Yeah,
oh, you can't stop counting them. He's wearing shorts. He's got a muzzle on a dog. He doesn't know how to train a dog. He's put graphics up that are just fucking telling you how great he is.
Right.
The dog is suffering. There's so many things that are stupid in that video. He's stupid when he wakes up in the morning. How do you stop stupid? You tell someone they're stupid. It's an intervention. Because people can't see their behaviors. Now, I understand how everybody else plays it. When the haters go, you're stupid, you're stupid, you're stupid, that's from insecurity. That's not where my stupid's coming from. My stupid will actually give you credit if you change. The minute someone changes, I go, that's right. And I back the fuck off, right? I'm not playing by everybody else's rules of stupid engagement. They're my rules. but nobody's stopping to see that. As a behaviorist and a dog trainer, you can use all of these stupid videos. We just did it. And the lady who owned the video was like, thank you for the help. That's why I love her. She's awesome. I mean, I showed some passion. I was like, oh my God, they thank the dog for barking at the door and then they punish it. Like, did I tell her that was stupid?
You did.
Did I say it was stupid? I did not. I went, "Nyeh," and walked away. It's just easier for me to not have a stroke or a grand mal seizure by going, you're stupid. It's one of those things where people do not understand what criticism, like, stop what you're doing. Stop. How many times have you seen me in person with a dog and I go, just stop, just stop?
A lot.
Right. I can't do that on the internet. But what I'm saying, when I say, like the guy doing flips with the dog, when I say, this guy's stupid, he's going to take that real personally. Would you agree?
Yep.
He should.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to take it personally. The people watching are going to go, why?
Right.
Then you can teach. The person, the Stellan guy, Stellan, right?
Yeah.
Is that guy stupid?
Yep.
You're just yupping me to death right now.
You're right.
What? What?
Because I'm not going to interrupt.
No, I'm asking questions of you.
And I agree that he's stupid.
Okay, so why in the world of stupidity can I not say that things are stupid?
I have no good reason.
That's right.
Okay.
Because we want viewers, because we don't want to offend. Who is the least politically correct person you know?
Probably you.
Yep. So I have to change reality to go on here to tell people this is stupid. No, it doesn't matter how things are done today. The reason things are done today. So look, so let's get down this rabbit hole. Okay, you're good. She acts like she just got beat down. That's good. You got to debate me. Got to come on, baby. No, she's just staring at me. Here's the deal. In today's world, you can't tell people that they're being stupid. Okay? Let's take that out. I can't tell you you're being stupid. Okay, so can I tell you you're being ignorant? Is that I'm asking a question.
That's
All right, Elliot's cooked.
Yeah.
I can tell you you're being ignorant. So if I go on somebody's video and I say you're being ignorant, do you think that they're going to take that personally? I can't talk to her anymore. Except things are done today solely. Yeah, ignorant. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. I live in a world with dogs. If I call my dog stupid, does he understand it? No. No. Right. Well, you don't get a chance because they're already hurt. The minute you get your feelings hurt, you have already ended the conversation because the conversation now is about you, not the topic. The moment someone can hurt your feelings, they are controlling you. There used to be a saying when I was a kid, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. That is, people are teaching their kids the complete opposite of that. The complete opposite of that. And that's hard. That's hard because that is a human construct. And it's very, very difficult to get people to understand. So like words have power with people. Words have power instead of actions having power. And words can be very powerful. Yeah, but words don't hurt. Look, I got a file of fucking memes where I'm a blister on the butt. My face is on a cartoon's asshole. I have one of me as a pink walrus. I have one as a monkey testicle. That really is a good one. The monkey testicle. You think? Yep, she's absolutely done. Elliot, I put Elliot in avoidance behavior. That's right. What if you're asked, why are you training this way instead of you being stupid? Well, sure. If there's, so Kathy, if you were, because you're curious, right? And I say, why are you doing that? That's what I've always done with you. Are you muzzling a dog, backflipping it, punching it, dropping knees on it, and telling everybody that that's good training? Well, there's a difference. When you're being stupid, someone should tell you. When you're asked why, that's what I'm trying to get people to do, is be curious. Does that make sense? You call me a name, I'll throat punch you. What hurt worse? Well, I don't know. I think if I can make you go to violence, then words are powerful if you let them be. Do you understand? So if you look at, I mean, we've had this conversation. So Kathy, I want you to think about this a little more deeply. No names, but we both know someone that you said, can you please try again with this person? And I said, it's not going to work. And you said, please try again with this person. And I said, everything I'm telling you is that we're not a good match. Did I ever insult that person? Ever? No. No. Never ever. But there was some stupidity involved there, and I never said that. But if someone's over there doing this to a dog that's standing over a sleeve, you're like, that's stupid. That's stupid. There is a difference between the action being stupid and the person being stupid. You're being stupid. I hope you're not stupid. Let me help you not be stupid. I don't want your help. I'm fine. You're stupid. Peace out. Now I can take that video and I can put it up and say, this is why, I'm going to tell you exactly why we don't do this shit. Exactly why we don't do this shit. With reasons and proof that you can see, wow, that's stupid. But when you get a bunch of dudes that are out there, it's usually dudes, there's some women who want to just overpower the fucking dog. That's there's a whole fucking Facebook page in the UK that promotes that. If you saw a video of a puppy being hung from a harness, 8-week-old puppy, and being agitated with environmentals, hanging, it's not on the ground, hanging, not by the neck, by the body. And people were sticking it and making it bite and sticking it at 8 weeks old. What would you say about that? That's a tad much. That's an understatement. See, I would go, are you stupid? But what those people's motivation is that they want to sell puppies. They want to show you how tough their dogs are. You can tell what someone's motivation is by how they act. If you can't tell that my motivation is to help people with their dogs, everybody, and not to just go around fucking just beating the shit out of people verbally on the internet, then you're stupid. That's just the way it is. So I will adjust, but there's only a point that I'm going to adjust to, because this isn't real. This isn't real. And how much shit do you ignore? So let me ask you a question. There's videos on Facebook and YouTube. Like, my wife just got banned for doing a Secret Santa. She got a day's suspension for doing a Secret Santa. She couldn't use Facebook. But those videos of those puppies being abused and those dogs being abused, they let that stand? Why? Why? I don't know. The world doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. Nearly every guy I know with an X-large bully pup gets it to bite their own leg or a tree, showing how tough they are. Yeah, stupidity. Why? The reason that there are stupid people thriving, we see the age of stupidity, is because there's no one telling them that they're stupid. And if you tell them that they're stupid, the social justice warriors and the snowflakes will go, you can't call them stupid. What's fucked up is that the stupid people are the ones that call everybody stupid, but you cannot call them stupid. We can't have a debate. We can't have a conversation. It's look at me, and if you say anything against what I'm doing, you're a hater. Dogs are fucked. How does that affect dogs? How does that affect dogs? How does that, what that does is instead of the truth of dog, what we find is the truth is in the opinion of the person. So if you go to a no nonsense kind of page, you're going to, that is 4,000 or 5,000 people who think the same way. It's called no nonsense. It's all fucking nonsense. So people go, don't say that, they'll hate you. I don't care if you hate me. If you hate me, you're not asking questions. If I can say something to you and say, this is dumb, this is stupid, say why. Yeah. Say why. Why? You know what I'll do? I'll show you. Let's do an experiment. I'll join, someone pick me a Facebook group to join. I will join the group under my name. I will go through, if I agree with the terms of service, I will agree to it. And then I will say something very politely in a critique that someone's asking for. And I will let you guys watch how that just disintegrates into hate. And it won't come from mine. I do, but a lot of men don't want to listen to me. Oh, well, that's tough, but I can show you how to get that done too, Tony. Heard a comedian once. Guess their mom never told them that their opinion wasn't worth very much. Right, that's exactly right. You can be anything you want. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. I can tell you that if you're 3'11", you're never going to make it in the NBA as a player. It's not going to happen. Because all they're going to do is put someone standing over you who's just going to go over and take the fucking ball from you. I can tell you that if you have severe MS, you're never going to play in the NFL. Can't. But they identify as 6'11". Yep. Yep. That's what's happened in a couple of breed groups when I suggested finding a trainer for their wolfhounds and spoos. Oof, the pitchforks came out fast. Yep. I will never be funny. You're hilarious. You were just hilarious. Oh, no, that was Kim. I'll never be short. Yep. Yep. That's it. But that's the problem is you can't tell me. Yes, I can tell you. What you do with that, you can do with it. Does that make sense at all? No, yeah, no? See. If you trust in yourself and believe in your dreams and follow your star, you'll still get beaten by people who spend their time working hard. That's right. That's right. Yep. That's right. So if you're a professional dog trainer and you go online to get advice so you can help your client, why is that accepted? Can someone make an argument for that? Yep. Yep. I don't know. Any other questions on YouTube?
Well, Linda says that's why I don't participate in Facebook groups.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. So when you get online, Chris, this is a tough road you're on. Yeah, I know. Absolutely. I have called people out on that. Yeah. But that's the thing is that, do we give in to that, Kathy? Do we just say, okay, it's fucking hopeless and sell out? Because if I come up with an internet persona, like, I'm not kidding, I'll be a millionaire. If I come out in drag with full RuPaul makeup and talk about dog training, my viewership will go through the fucking roof. Topless, viewership will go through the fucking roof. If I do stupid shit, I will get more viewers. Agree or disagree? Yeah, facts. Yeah, that's right. I understand that. But I'm not trying to change the world. I'm trying to help one person looking for the truth. That's all. It's not a big army, but a dedicated one. Right. But it's not even an army. It's just personal choice. You don't have to be in a group. You can disagree and learn something. You can teach me something by disagreeing with me. How do I get this dog to heel? When there are distractions? Jesus Christ. People are way ahead of where they should be. They're entering land speed record vehicle fucking competitions when they don't even know how to drive. And the problem is that when you start to see people, yeah, that's right. That when you start to see people, like, I mean, I'm telling you, they're absolutely, well, they're running before they can crawl. And when you tell them that, it's the girl who had the Dogo and the Malinois who got fucked up by him. Like, you're like, what do you, like, do you not get the message those dogs are sending to you? That you have a steel plate in your arm and 2 weeks later you almost died. Why? Because you don't know what you're doing and you want people to think you do. Blame the dog or the genetics. Exactly right. All right, well, I brought the room down, so let's end on a low note. And I can fight in the UKC because I watched all the fights. I'd like to see that. I would like to see that. Absolutely like to see that. All right, last chance for questions, comments, concerns, criticism. I'm out. I got to do a video call and then train some dogs. Go give Elliot a hug. No. I would die. Yes, you would die. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And we'll see you. If you're on Patreon, tomorrow is the horse dog human breakdown. And we'll go through that. I tried it last night, but there wasn't a lot of people there. So we're going to do that tomorrow at 10:30. Register for that event. Go to, what am I supposed to say? Go smash that like button on Facebook. No, on YouTube.
Oh, that's what we're on. YouTube.
I have 2 YouTube channels. I have many Facebook pages. Like, comment, subscribe. Right. There you go.